This week we are doing something a little crazy. I like to mix my training up every now and again just so I don't get bored, and I'm doing this for fun, so there are no rules really when it comes to my training. So I thought it would be nice to take my watch off for the week and train without any numbers, without any pressure or self-judgment, and just see how that goes. This week I'm not going to be tracking all the runs that I do, which for me is usually 3. That means easy, long, and then a speed session, which is an interval session this week, which is actually going to be quite interesting on how I'm not going to track that. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but we'll get there. I know that I am way too reliant on my running watch sometimes. I feel like I use my running watch as a key indicator of success, looking at my pace and all these numbers, and if in my eyes it's not up to where I think it should be, then I feel disheartened. So I just thought, what would happen if I took all the pressure away that we have when it can come to running? The watch is gone. My little dent that used to be on my wrist from my Coros Pace 2 has finally plumped back up, and it's as if it was never there. Okay, so I'm doing my easy run now. To be fair, this run I think will be one of the easier ones because, well, clues in the name, but also I don't really track my pace on my easy runs anyway. Obviously I have like as a reminder because I always wear my watch, so I'm just going purely off feel for this one, although Josh's easy pace is a lot faster than my pace, so I'm going to have to make him basically walk beside me to make sure that I stay in my zone 2. That's what we're aiming for, whatever that is today. It says, Josh, do you want to go for a run? And what I actually mean is, do you want to walk alongside me when I run? Well, I run really slowly. But I think I might have to run slightly quicker and then just do walking breaks to keep my heart rate down. Not that I know what my heart rate is. We're doing between 5 and 6k. We do this route quite a lot, so I know the distance for it. And we'll just see how it goes. Still on our run. Josh is literally walking right now. That's fine. I'm guessing my pace is probably around above 8 minutes per kilometre, I would say. Oh, you've got your watch on.
You can't
tell me.
No.
Having fun. Didn't want to leave the house. It's like 6 p.m. and it gets dangerously close to when you're like, oh, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to go. Just spat. But we're out. Josh is struggling to keep up his walk pace. I'm running so fast. I'm looking forward to this week of not tracking. I think it's going to be interesting. Like a nice break from all the numbers is something that we should all maybe do, especially if we're getting into, we're comparing? What's the word? What is the word? Comparing ourselves to other people. So yeah, if you see a big gap in my Strava history, please let it be known. I am running. Got to put it out there, I am running, but it's so funny, like that's actually one of the hardest things to think about, is like my Strava is going to be quiet from my runs for a good week, which is kind of scary.
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, like when I do my end of year roundup this year, I'll know that there was that week of really not far, maybe like 20k total that just wasn't accounted for, but you guys know about that mysterious 20k that will go missing. Yeah, it's not all about the numbers. It's about getting out and just doing it. Do you know what I mean? Also, while we're here, just having a little walk break. I'm 30 now. Can you believe it? I don't like a day over 19. It was my birthday on the 22nd of March. Had a lovely weekend, drank so much wine and tequila that I'm going to be sweating it out for the next 7 to 10 working days, but it was worth it. Right, we are almost back now. First thing I've noted from not tracking my run, in my head I'm still like, even though I need the break, in my head I'm still like, I should be running right now, even though It's actually really like muggy and hot, which makes running really gross. So I'm trying to shake that off. Trying to shake that I need to be running, I need to be quicker energy off. And it's not easy, even for me when I'm like preaching about running slow all the time. Like I still find it hard sometimes not to get caught up in all of this we need to be fast nonsense. So it's quite normal for other people to feel that way as well when like it's literally all I talk about and I still find it hard. But we've probably got, because I know where we are, we've probably got what, 400 metres left?
About 800.
Okay, don't know where I am. 800 metres left. And just going to do a really steady jog back. And yeah, this run was a win, I guess, even though I'm still battling with, I should be running now. Just trying to unlearn all the rules that we learn. And this quality is terrible, and I can only apologise, but it's quite literally almost pitch black. So anyway, that was easy run, day 1 of running without tracking done. And intervals is going to be interesting. Haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that yet, but we're going to make it happen. Good afternoon. I am midweek through my week right now. I thought I would quickly show you some of the kit that I've been using. It's all Lululemon, and these are some of my favourite pieces to invest in. So, start off with the outfit that I just wore. 2 pockets on either side. We also have a little zip pocket at the back if you want to put like keys or snacks preferably. This top I now have in a cropped version, a long sleeve version. I have multiple colours. If you're like me and you like something that works and you know what you're gonna get, welcome to the club. I think you're really gonna like these tops. And then we have the fast and free leggings. I have worn these to absolute death. God, my flexibility is really not with it today. These are just like the perfect running legging. Again, really generous pockets and really deep too. Like, can you see that? Can you see that? And yeah, I just feel like you cannot go wrong. Again, if you see me in a pair of black leggings, chances are it's these ones when I'm running. And there we go. Those are some of my favourite Lululemon running picks. And a big fat thank you to Lululemon for sponsoring this part of the video. I can't believe those words are actually coming out of my mouth, but thank you. Hello, my friend. Today is interval day, which is terrifying as always, just because intervals are really scary. And I had to think about how I was actually gonna figure out the distances, because obviously I'm not wearing my watch, so I'm not tracking anything, but therefore I don't know the distances. You know what? I'm just gonna put the session on the screen so you can see it. So basically, I could go to a track for sure, but why would I want to go to a track when I could just run amongst the trees? Do you know what I mean? Track sessions for me are, I mean, I've done like 3 in my whole life, but they're just a bit boring, and I just need a bit more stimulus. The route that I'm going to do for each distance, so like I have a rough idea of when I need to stop, and I just mapped it out on Strava, and obviously I'm not using Strava, but I have the distances basically marked it just so that I have a rough idea. Obviously, like if I run a little bit above or a little bit below, the world will still spin, and I'm doing perceived effort rather than pace, obviously. And we're starting off with 200 meters, so starting off okay. I prefer to short intervals and like go faster rather than doing like long intervals, which might be confusing because I like long distance, but I'd rather do short bursts for a short amount of time. First one is 200 meters. Let's go. I'm scared. I think that's it. Double check. Yeah. That was only halfway. That was like 100 meters. Okay, next we've got 400 meters, which is from here. Okay, this one's a bit easier to follow because it ends where 2 paths join. We can do that. Fucking hell. 200 meters and I'm like ready to call it a day. And like, I have set resting periods, but I can't be asked to set a timer, so I'm basically just gonna run again when my breathing goes a bit more back to normal. Last time I was running here, I got overtaken by 2 different people wearing jeans and trainers, so love that for me. Right, 400 meters we go again. That's 400 meters. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And now I've got 800 meters, which is basically, I think, one lap of this park, which feels really hard right now. You know what? I'm actually really glad I'm not looking at my pace. I feel like I prefer this to like easy runs, not looking at my pace, because like I feel like it's hard, but if I'm not hitting the paces that I normally hit for my speed sessions, like not feeling bad about it, because I literally have no fucking clue how fast or slow I'm going, which is kind of nice. And those tequilas at the weekend, they were not going to help me run fast. I'm still sweating them out. So yeah, 800 meters, let's fucking go. This is not fun. Also, a round of applause for me for filming these sessions. They're so hard to film. Oh my god. That was disgusting. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I set off way too fast and I feel like the last 300 meters were really slow, but that's fine. Next is a kilometer. So slightly slower than what I just did, but the goal is to still make it feel like I'm semi-fighting for my life. I get it. I get why it exists, but also you've really got to know what it feels like to run for a prolonged period with what feels like you're pushing yourself, but not too much. Like, I pushed myself too much in that 1k. So I feel like I'm missing my watch today because I know within a certain range what is and isn't possible for my current speed paces based on where I am now. Whereas otherwise you're just like guessing, and then you get so far and you're like, this is actually way too fast. So yeah, that's something to think about. Like, your guide is gone. I feel like it would be fine on shorter intervals, but like 800 meters and above, no, I don't like it. Oh, this is hell, but it's gonna feel so sweet when it's done. Okay, gotta go now. We've got 400 meters and then 200 meters. Oh, 400 meters. Final 200 meters. Oh. Whoa. I emptied the tank for that last 200 meters. And that is it. I did it! I don't know how fast I went, but I actually don't care, because I have a very big sense of achievement. Who cares how fast I went? Because I did it, and that's the main thing. I'm going to give you some pros and some cons. Okay, so pros, I do think it's good sometimes not to see your pace and go off how you feel. I don't know, I feel like you're not thinking about necessarily your performance or the numbers or beating yourself up if you're not hitting a pace that you can usually hit. So for that, I think it's great. However, I really struggled with pacing myself in a sense of like, I was going off too fast, so halfway through the rep I was getting really tired, which isn't good because you're supposed to keep that same momentum throughout each rep. So that was something that I really struggled with. I think I wasn't expecting this one to be as hard because I was like, oh, I'll just listen to my body and it'll be fine. But I feel like maybe it just takes a few more sessions to like get that done, like to understand what your perceived effort is. But yeah, overall, I am enjoying this week. I am. It's just harder than I thought it would be. So this, by the way, is a delight. But anyway, I'll see you for our final run of the week in a couple of days, which is a long run. I'm actually on a deload week this week, so it's only a 6k, I think, which doesn't feel too bad. Welcome to a new day. I got my nails done earlier. How cute. It is the last run of the week. It's my long run, I'm doing this because for me it's not actually that long because I'm on a deload week, which is nice. So this will be around 6k, I think. This is going to be super chill, nice and easy. I have had really bad like calf pain for the last week, which I don't really know why, because I haven't really done anything strenuous for a while. So if anybody knows why. Some people have said you might need new trainers, but the trainers that I'm running in, I haven't done that many miles in them, so I'm pretty confident it's not the trainers. I just don't know, maybe if I'm not having enough protein or something to do with like muscle soreness. I don't really want to go and do this. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I figured I should just get it out of the way today. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to be out for an hour max, which in the grand scheme of things is nothing. And I know that I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to treat myself to a nice bath when I get back, because what else am I going to be doing on a Saturday evening? She's out. I think I've run like maybe not even 800 meters and I'm already walking, but I had a big poke bowl that was delicious, by the way, not that long ago, and it's definitely not digested, and my calves are burning. They are burning. This morning I went to a runner and Lululemon event, and it was basically like in preparation for the London Marathon. Obviously I'm not doing the London Marathon, but they've got events on the lead up, and it was like a rest day thing. So we did 45 minutes of yoga, which was actually so nice. I mean, it was quite hard actually. I'm definitely a bit sore from it because I haven't done yoga in a long time. I've been in my Pilates era, as you know. But that was really nice. It got me out of bed like reasonably early on a Saturday morning, which I can't complain about. And yeah, it's just nice to move. I think there was like 100 other people that were doing it as well. So it's always nice to exercise with other people, because I feel like it just gives you that extra push. But yeah, probably about halfway through this run now, I think. I keep having to stop because I have a stitch, because I ate too much before I ran. It was not smart. Ugh. I thought I would end this video outside where I've been all week. That run, I'm not gonna lie, this is real life, okay? I wouldn't lie to you, that run was not fun. My week of working out is done. I haven't tracked a single workout. I haven't been to the gym this week actually, but I did that yoga class. I didn't track that either, out of spirit of this challenge, you could call it. And I'm not going to go into the negatives, because I feel like we know the negatives, right? It's harder, you can't track things. You can't track progress in terms of actual numbers if that's something that you care about. And I think if I was training for something, I would want to know. I would want to know the numbers, I'm not going to lie. So in a nutshell, those are negative. In terms of the positives, right? I really feel as though it does get you out of that headspace of feeling like you need to be improving every week, or you need to be seeing numbers that you're used to seeing all the time. It's just nice to have a break from the numbers, okay? I feel like, right, I have this inner lazy person inside of me that I think I was just like born with, where I could happily just stay inside and like do the bare minimum. But I feel like when I'm not fixating on the numbers when I'm out and I'm not looking at my watch, I'm just enjoying being outside a lot more. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, or if that even makes any sense, but that's genuinely how I feel after not tracking for this whole week. It's less something that I have to do, and it's more something that I want to do and I'm really enjoying doing, just being outside. Obviously I'm not going to be doing this all the time. I think I have maybe like another week of not tracking, which I'm not going to film. I just wanted to do the first week, and I actually am doing a 10k race. Like, obviously I'm not racing, I'm never racing, but I'm doing a 10k race without my watch in like not this weekend but the weekend after. So that's going to be kind of interesting, and not something that I've ever done before, because I won't know what my time is throughout the run, or my paces or whatever. So that's going to be really cool, I think. But other than that, yeah, I'm probably going to go back to track it. I'm going to be starting to train for my 7th half marathon, I think it is, in April. And I'm going to be documenting that whole thing. I'm going somewhere so cool to do that, and I'm so excited to share it. I think I have teased it before. I don't think I've said where it is yet, but some people have guessed it. Yeah, overall, really enjoyed not tracking. It does take a while to get used to, just because, as I said in like a previous day, we're so wired to know how we're doing all the time, especially now we just rely so much on watches and Strava and stuff. But I would honestly recommend it, especially if you're feeling like every time you go on a run you're beating yourself up about it. It honestly will take you out of your head, I promise. I'm gonna go home and run myself that bath that I mentioned before, which I'm really, really excited about. And I will see you in the next video.